Hello and welcome to this tutorial with me, Rory from Hyper Production. I'm here today with Sonic Academy to tell you how and why you should mono your low end. Now, there are a number of reasons why you should do this, but the most prominent one would be if you're creating club music that is then being played out on a big sound system that pretty much 99% of club sound systems will automatically sum the low end to mono. So if you've got a stereo low end, it's going to have a phase mismatch as soon as that PA system then monos it for you, which then can cause phase cancellation. So you've gone to the club, you've got your bass in stereo, and then all of a sudden you've got no bass and the tune's awful and everyone's booing you to get off stage. You don't want that. So to save yourself the embarrassment, I guess if you like, then you most certainly want to mono your low end. By all means, keep the upper frequencies as wide as you like because it will sound great over a system, but the mono and the low end is pretty essential. But there are plenty of other examples where having a stereo low end does sound great and it does work. But for most of you who are probably making music to then play out in the clubs, then I highly recommend mono your low end. Now, you can go through your track and then pick your kicks and pick your basses and obviously switch them to mono, like here in Logic Pro 10. You can just click that icon there and then it sets it to mono. But sometimes you've got a bass that's got like you've already done your mono low end on it and you want to keep the bass track quite wide at the top, which is absolutely fine. So I'm more going to be aiming at when you're ready to bounce down your track, ready to get mastered, or if you're going to be mastering anyway. So in this instance, we've got a session opened up here, which is sort of been mixed, it's ready to go, and I'm ready to bounce down. But I want to make sure that all my low end is mono. So there's two ways you could do this, or there's two plugins I normally use to do this, and one is the stock EQ plugin that's come with the new updates of Logic 10.3.2. In dual mono mode, you can process the mid and the side, which is great, and there's also the FabFilter Pro Q2. So I'm going to show you how to do it with the stock plugin first, and then I'll show you a cool, quick and easy preset within FabFilter Pro Q2. So if you open up on your stereo channel, so this is going to be output, it's just dead easy to get everything summed to there, or you can get all your elements bust to an auxiliary and just call it main or whatever you want. And then you're going to click down here, you're going to go to EQ, channel EQ, and then dual mono. You have to pick dual mono because in stereo it won't work. Then you're going to click on the gear icon here, and then where it says stereo, you're going to click on the drop down menu, you're going to go to mid side processing, and then you're going to click on side at the top here. So now you are just processing the side information. So then if we do a low cut here, we're not doing a low cut where we're cutting out all the frequencies. We're purely cutting out the side information, i.e. the stereo. So from this red bit here, all of this bit is now going to be in mono. So let's put a bit of a sharp attack, a bit of a sharp curve on it. And we're going to bring it to probably about there. So let's have a little listen and I'll show you a drastic example of this so you can actually hear it working. So you can hear it putting everything down the middle channel as I go up and down. So that is reassurance to know that it's actually working. So we want to, as I say, we probably want to put it up to about 200 there, and I think we are good to go from there. As long as it doesn't sound any different, then there is no problems whatsoever, and we know that our bass and our low end is going to be nicely tight and punchy at the low end, and when we go up to a club sound system it's not going to be phase cancelling, so we are good to go and rock. Okay, so that's the stock plugin within Logic, so all us Logic users are pleased to know that we can do that as a stock plugin now. The other plugin that I mentioned is the FabFilter Pro Q2, and this is what I used to use before the stock plugin of Logic came out. And then if you go on to default setting, stereo, cut low side, and then you just change how little or how much you want to put in mono. And it's as easy as that. Obviously, you got it cutting from the side. That's what this bit means here. So that's the stereo in the middle, and that's the middle there. So you don't want to cut it from the mid because then you will be cutting out the frequencies. But you don't want it in the stereo. You just want to cut it out the side stereo information. But as I say, the preset does it all for you, and then you just select how much of it you want to go into mono. So putting your low end into mono is as simple as that, and I hope I've given a reasonable explanation as to why you need to put it in mono. But like I mentioned, there are many cases where you don't need to, and it does sound great as well, but just to be on the safe side, definitely put it in mono. So I've been Rory from Hyper Production, and you've been watching Sonic Academy.
Thanks everybody for watching, commenting and indeed liking. We really do appreciate all the support we get here on our Sonic Academy YouTube channel. So if you found this video super useful, please, we'd love you to hit the subscribe button. We update the YouTube channel every week with new content. And if you want to watch some more relevant content, just click on the videos beside me.